Hi. Hi, I'm Katherine. Hi, how are you? Very nice to meet you. Yes. Hi.
When you first meet Katherine Trevino, it's clear her life reflects the steps she's taken to look out for others, by healing patients as a nurse, by nurturing family as an advisor, and by buying problem properties as a real estate investor.
I really want to help people. It's situations where they need to sell their house quickly. All of a sudden their life has been disrupted, has been changed. They're grieving, they're going through feeling the burden of what to do with this house. So they want help, and so I come in to help with that solution.
That solution is often cash, something Katherine can provide soon after looking over a house.
The first thing that I do is go visit the property, and I talk to the family members about their situation. I give them an offer for their property, and we can close on it quickly so they can move on and focus on good memories.
Katherine buys distressed properties all across the Chicago area, like those in probate, the court process family members face after a property owner has passed away.
I know the stress that that adult child who is taking on the probate process is going through.
Katherine went through it herself when her stepfather George lost his battle with Lou Gehrig's disease.
And he passed away very young, 59 years old. We grew up with him, so he was very close to us. I had to be the responsible one to make sure everything was settled, make sure the finances were okay, make sure what are we going to do with this house.
Katherine moved in with her mother to handle the difficult details, and now she's lifting that burden for others facing similar challenges. People who need to sell a house quickly because of the death or illness of a loved one, or because of divorce, unemployment, business failure, landlord losses, or relocation.
There's a lot of situations out there. They're aging and they want to downsize, go live with your kids or with somebody else or maybe a nursing facility. I get to actually help somebody in a difficult situation, and they can move on peacefully.
Katherine developed her nurturing spirit during her 25-year career as a nurse.
They are trusting you to take care of them, to make sure that their surgery is going to go well, to make sure that they wake up and they're fine. So they're trusting you. So I tend to have a really good relationship with my patients. I talk to them like human beings, and they really appreciate that. So I kind of go through very detailed stuff, and I share with them what the process is or what I'm doing next. I actually enjoy communicating with people, if you can't tell.
That caring attitude is why real estate clients like Susan Powell describe Katherine as pleasant, enthusiastic, and trustworthy during the sale of her Elgin house.
I always try to establish some kind of rapport. I try to figure out what their situation is.
Katherine can even buy a house if you are behind on mortgage or tax payments.
We can take over the payments. We can pay off the mortgage.
Katherine can also purchase a property that is cluttered and in disrepair, like the Medina house owned by the parents of Ann Koenig, who said Katherine was a godsend. She purchased the house as is, and her crew emptied the house. She made the entire process easy and closed amazingly quickly.
I've helped many families, and I know what needs to be done for the most part, and so we have no appraisers, no inspections.
That's one of many ways a real estate investor is drastically different from a real estate agent.
The realtor, they can put the house on the market. You have to pay commission fees. There's an inspection, and based on the inspection you might have to do some repairs. Some properties in probate, they're in poor condition and they can't be sold with the realtor because people won't qualify for a loan. So that's just time. That's time that you're spending on the monthly expenses, the maintenance, the utilities. So a lot of the families that I've helped, they don't have the extra money to be paying for all of this every single month.
That's why Katherine works hard to minimize the hassles and the closing costs.
You don't have to pay for anything. It's just really when the closing happens, we have to make sure that the liens are taken care of, the taxes are paid. I write up a contract, and if I have to, I will talk to the probate attorney. Some probates need to be approved by the court system. So I help along with making sure the paperwork is correct, and they want to be done with it. And most of them have been very, very happy with me in the whole process.
Like Gail Hilton, who sold a house in Waukegan to Katherine because she said she wanted someone who would help us through the process with feelings. The buyer gave the house a beautiful facelift and the seller relief so she could concentrate more on her grandkids. Katherine is a grandmother herself who fondly remembers her own childhood in Carpentersville that inspired her to start her Vital Home Opportunities business.
My father was a real estate investor, so I kind of hung out with my dad. That's how we bonded. We spent a lot of time together. We bought apartment buildings in the city, so I would go with him.
Her father now lives in Peru and is proud that Katherine offers her services in English and Spanish and guides her real estate business with her heart.
If somebody needs some time to think about things, I'm totally okay with that because it is emotional. There is a connection and it's hard to separate. A lot of people want to talk. They want to talk about their family. They want to talk about their life story. And I think I'm a good listener.
Katherine Trevino is ready to discuss your situation and make you an offer. Just call her at 847-404-0025 or visit her website at vitalhomeopportunities.com to meet a compassionate professional with the connections, knowledge, and money to deliver solutions to you.